Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to be working on lesson 55. It is a short lesson. Let's go ahead and begin with part 2, boys and girls. First word, what word? Fantastic. Next word, what word? Unbelievable. Next word, what word? Interested. Next word, what word? World. Next word, what word? Sorting. Next word, what word? Famous. Next word, what word? Bathtub. Next word, what word? Ounce. Next word, what word? Authoritative. Next word, what word? Fascinating. Next word, what word? Concerned. Next word, what word? Throne. Now let's look at part C, boys and girls. We're going to talk about what those words mean. Touch word number 1. What word? Champion. A champion is a person who is the best at something. Everybody. Touching the words on line number 2. What words? Set a record. Do any of you know what to set a record means? That means that you do something better than anyone else. Word number 3. What word? Official. An official record is one that is backed by an authority. What would you call a statement that is backed by an authority? Think about it. Get ready. An official statement. Let's go ahead and start with part number 4. This is our story. Paying close attention, please. The title of the story is Setting Records. Most people are interested in champions. They want to know who is the best at doing different things. They are interested in the biggest, the oldest, the longest, and the most. They enjoy talking about champions and records, and they sometimes argue about who is best at doing this or doing that. To settle arguments, people need an official, authoritative list of records. There is just such a list. It is the Guinness Book of World Records, a book that set a record of its own. It has become the fastest-selling book in the world. The Guinness Book of World Records is fascinating because it lists some of the most fantastic records ever set. Some of these are accidents of nature. Who was the tallest person? What was the largest animal? What was the oldest living thing? These were not records that anyone tried to set. These things just happened. Some people are apparently so interested in being a champion that they aren't too concerned about what record they set, so long as they set a record or win first prize. Some of the records they have set are amazing. The Guinness Book records them all. Take sports, not just ordinary, everyday sports such as swimming, baseball, and track. Here are a few unusual sport records. Catching a grape in the mouth. Longest distance on level ground. Grape thrown from 327 feet. Bathtub racing. 36 miles in 1 hour. 22 minutes, 27 seconds. Crawling. At least one knee always on the ground. Longest distance. 31.5 miles. Hoop rolling, 600 miles in 18 days. Pogo stick jumping, 64,649 jumps in 8 hours, 35 minutes. Riding on horseback in full armor, 146 miles in 3 days, 3 hours, 40 minutes. There are also, if you're interested, records for balancing on one foot, custard pie throwing, and a record for onion peeling that almost makes you cry. Some of the records suggest interesting questions. The one for non-stop joke telling, for instance, it was set by someone who cracked jokes for 8 hours straight. The question is, how many listeners were still laughing at the end of the 8 hours? Make sure you complete your assignment on lesson 55, and make sure we turn in that by today. Thank you, boys and girls, and have a great day.